it's Nicola again, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd just check in today quickly, have a different setup as you can see, just to show you what I've bought recently. Let me go ahead and show you what I've got. There seems to be a theme of the things that I bought. It seems to be concealers, eye products, so eyeshadows and eyeliners, as well as lipsticks as well. So they seem to be like the theme that's going on. And I also noticed myself definitely noticing more of the hair products lately, particularly related to scalp treatment, because I have quite a dry scalp at the moment and I'm always looking for something that could help me, you know, rejuvenate, you know, the scalp surface so that, you know, new hairs can grow. Don't know if you can see here, but I've got a lot of like fluffy hairs that are growing. Maybe I was going through a period of stress where I've lost a lot of hair and they're starting to come out now, so it, like, as it is growing, it's probably irritating it a little bit as well, so I'm always looking out for that. And it seems like this is right now, maybe everyone's thinking about the same thing as well, so there's a lot of products coming out. So yeah, that was kind of like the general theme of what I'm, you know, interested at the moment. So I'll get into it now and show you what I've got. So first things first, as you may know that recently Dior has reformulated their Dior Forever skin corrector. I haven't actually tried the old version myself previously, but I've tried the foundation before, and in general, when I tried them before the formulation, it tends to be quite dry and not quite right for my skin type. So for reference, I am a dry skin type, and so dry that it's kind of flaky most of the time, and yeah, it just never works for me. And one thing that I found about Dior base products in general is that it's really good, what people say is that it's really good at mimicking that skin texture when I put the products on me, because I've got quite dry skin already, that it accentuates kind of the really micro fine like texture or like kind of roughness of the skin. I guess in some people it might translate to be skin like, but on my skin I feel like it kind of accentuates the dryness a bit, so it's not normally what I would tend to go for. But when this concealer came out, and I've tried it a couple of times on the counter, and I find that it really light, and I just want to look for something that will replace my 2 or 3 step concealer routine that I normally need to use to color correct and then put a brightening color and put another one to, you know, color correct in different ways. So that's kind of the, you know, what I was looking for when I'm, you know, look up this Dior Forever skin corrector. So this is advertised to be 24-hour long wear, as well as hydration and creamy concealer, which has a full coverage. So what I find is when this was placed on my eye and the counter, I find that it's got a very thin consistency compared to the side that I have, you know, multiple layers of concealer on. So I can definitely tell two eyes, it actually has relatively similar coverage, but on the side that I have the Dior concealer on, it definitely feels much lighter and it feels like I can breathe, you know, under my eye, versus the other side where it feels like kind of cement, when it's, you know, obviously not, but there's a lot of layers of concealer and products on my under eye. So definitely that's like one of the plus that I noticed, and I decided to bring it home. I got it in the shade 2.5N, so I've tried multiple ones. I've tried 1N, 2N, and then I went with the 2.5N because it is the best at covering the darkness underneath my eye. So it's worth sometimes to kind of try different tones as well as different darkness or like different shades to find the one that works for you. It says it's a full coverage, but to me it is not 100% full coverage. It's more like a medium to full, which is what I prefer normally. So I prefer it to be buildable on the days when I have lighter dark circles, or when the days that I want to build it up when I have like stronger dark circles. And I only need to kind of dab a little bit and then blend it out, and it kind of covers about 85% of my dark circles. And in the darkest part of my kind of eye where there's like a line, I tend to put a little bit more in that area as well, and then that covers kind of, I would say, 95% of it, which is very impressive considering I'm just using one concealer instead of multiple. So this is a win for me so far, but I am to watch it a little bit more, you know, after using it for a while, to see, you know, what's my final verdict. Watch the space and I'll report back what I think. Secondly, it is a repurchase. So some of you've been asking me which concealer I would recommend to you if we were to, you know, choose between different concealers, and my answer lately, between the full coverage one or like a really high coverage one, between Nuance and the Hourglass, I'd say Hourglass. So this is my repurchase because I've left my full-size one at my mum's house. So and also I want to try it out and see if this opening is better as well, because the full-size versions tend to leak on the top, and so far so good. It's not leaking, but there's definitely a little bit of product already on the openings. It is not leaking out as such, but yeah, I'll report back and see whether the, you know, some people say that the small version, the travel size, wouldn't have this problem of the concealer leaking, but I'll have to report back and see whether it is true or not. So that's why I got the travel size instead this time. And the next thing is the eyeshadow palette. There's a birthday outfit that I want to wear, so I went and bought a matching eyeshadow for it. So this is the Dior eyeshadow in the shade Blue Velvet. This is actually the first blue eyeshadow palette that I've ever got. Just recently, I've just been really into cooler tones, blues, purples, and kind of like blue tone or cool tone pinks, as you will find out later. I don't know what come of me, but I guess it's, you know, like after having a lot of a similar color that I just kind of want to move on to something else. And I've been really enjoying this actually. This really, because I have brown colored eyes, it really makes my color eyes pop with this blue shades, even though it looks very kind of grey tone, but actually when it's transferred onto the eye, yeah, I got compliments on, you know, like that it makes my eye pop as well. So that's definitely something to go for, even though it doesn't look very wearable, but because of this shade in the middle where it's kind of a burgundy color, it makes it much more easy to wear with. So the idea of Dior quad is that all these colors can be mixed with this color. So because it's got 5 colors, you can, if you want to use a 3 color eyeshadow look, you can go across, or you can go like down, or you can go diagonal as well. So they're, you know, the combinations are endless. So even though there are like mostly different blues, but actually it will create a different look, because some of them are more kind of space gray blue, some of them are more grey tone. This is more of a deeper blue, and this is more of a grey black color. So it does give you a different vibe depending on what combinations of color you use. I can insert a picture here as well to show you how my makeup looks that day when I use this eyeshadow palette. Lately I've been suddenly really into eyeliners, when for the longest time I haven't even touched my eyeliners at all when it's just sitting in the drawer. So yeah, I just decided that I want to try a few things. So the first one is the Hourglass waterproof gel liner. So this is not a recent launch per se, but it's something that I've been eyeing up for a while, and it's never, like, I've never been able to find any gel eyeliner that works for me, because my eyes are very watery and I tend to, you know, like rub my eyes a lot and things like that. So it doesn't tend to have anything that would stay on my eye or the wouldn't smudge. So I heard really good things about this pencil, so I decided to give it a try. And the shade that I went with is the color Cave. It is a really kind of dark brown color. It is not a black at all. I don't know if you can see in this picture. Let me see. So I'll compare this against the screen of the Apple Watch, and you can see that it is not entirely black. It's got a bit of a kind of grayish brown to it, and it's very complementary to draw in the waterline, because it's not too harsh. So you can, this is what I use in my waterline. I haven't put it on today, but it's so easy because as you can see earlier, it was so creamy that it doesn't like irritate the, you know, the under eye or like near the eyelash area. It's just so easy to use, and I can just like do it quickly, and then I don't have to think about it. I'm enjoying it, and I haven't seen any smudging. Even when the color fades a little bit throughout the day, I never have any transfer or anything, so it's great. And towards the end of the day, I still see the waterline filled as well, so it's not, it hasn't completely faded, or it hasn't like disappear out of nowhere. It will still stay put even if I rub my eyes or scratch or do different things to my eyes throughout the day. So yeah, so far so good as well. So I'll report back once I have more things to talk about this as well. But I'm really enjoying this color, and and the formula, and how creamy and soft it is as well. And then the next eyeliners are, you know, 2 different colors from the same range, and this is the Suku Nuance eyeliner, and one of them is in the shade 04, which is kind of like a pink, like a winey red brown color. And the other one is the limited edition in the latest collection from January, which is 108, and this is like a green that is a bit creamy actually. It's really cool. So actually, when I bought this originally, the kind of reddish one, it actually got a pinkish brownish red to it, but actually when I wear it on my eyes, it's surprisingly versatile, and it's something, this is the one that I've been wearing kind of pretty much every day whenever I want to wear an eyeliner, and this is what I'm wearing today. As you can see, it doesn't translate to look very red at all. It's actually very complementary to kind of having something slightly, you know, smoky and give you definition without looking too harsh. So I'm using it against a normal ordinary black mascara, but you still couldn't tell that it is a different color per se. Let me see if I can get the lights shining on it, so you can see now that, you know, under ring light you can see that it's got a tinge of kind of purpley, like a reddish brown to it, but it's quite nice, and it gives it something interesting to look at. And the other color, which is the green, I really like to use it in conjunction with each other as well lately. It looks like a kind of scary color. It gives a very fresh looking emphasis on your eye that is not very obvious when you put it on, but when you look closely, it just kind of adds a little bit of sparkle without it being shimmery at all. It just kind of looks like a reflection of a light. So say like when you're seeing now, when you're looking at my glasses, there's like a rim of like a reflection at places where the light hits. That's kind of the effect that this green eyeliner give. It doesn't look very green at all. I can show you how it looks like. What I enjoy doing at the moment, to do a double eyeliner, one on top of another, just very lightly to kind of like line top part of the eyeliner. It's very pretty. I've been enjoying this a lot. I haven't actually used this green eyeliner alone, as it's quite a light color, but I feel like it is, imagine eyeliners is a shadow, you're creating shadow with a darker color. When I use a lighter eyeliner like this one, it is creating an effect of a highlighter shade. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this. It's reignited my love for eyeliners again. If you want me to show you how to draw eyeliner, I can do that as well, but let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. The nib is very slim and neat and so easy to kind of glide through, so yeah, I have no problems at all as well with drawing a very neat line or fine line, as you can see earlier. Next, it's down to brows. So actually I've got a few products this time, and I've decided to go to the benefit counter because there is this new Fluff Up brow wax that I heard from one of the YouTubers who tried it out originally, and she has really good comments on it, so I just decided to try it myself. And this is like the kind of mini version of it, and what it does is supposed to be a transparent brow wax that doesn't add any color, and it will dry clear after a while. It kind of has a bit of a white color to start with, and once you brush it through your brows, it will fluff your eyebrows. So I do have it on today, I don't know if you can tell, and it does give a look of like fluffy brows, but the amount of product you have to use, you have to be very careful to make sure it's not too much. Otherwise, you know, if there is any kind of residues that ends on the edge or on the tips of your eyebrow, then you tend to be able to still see those white bits. So it's something you need to be careful of. But I do notice that it does fluff up the eyebrows, but it is not no-brainer sort of brow wax that you can use compared to the Hourglass, which is the one I love and have continued to repurchase. But I'll keep trying and see if I can get the hang of it. Maybe perhaps to kind of remove the product as much as possible before applying. But yeah, I just thought I'll let you know because, you know, different people might think differently, especially when everyone's hair color is different, and my hair is pretty much of a very dark brown / black. So yeah, it does show up. My hair is not a cool black, but it's more like a, yeah, got a little bit of brown to it, and it does show up when you're not careful. So just something to bear in mind if you're interested in buying this product. Next is another brow pencil that I bought also from Benefit. I'll put the name down here as I can't remember right now because I don't have the product with me anymore, because I received a dud when I bought it, and as you know, a normal pencil is a certain length, and I only owned it for 3 weeks, and I think after the first week I have to sharpen it, and it just crumbles when it happens, and it's got a really weird design where between the pencil and the wood, as a pencil is normally structured, in between the two there is a plastic there is like a plastic coating the actual pencil itself, and every time I try to sharpen it, it just crumbles, and I can never get it, let alone get to a point where I can actually use it on my one. Imagine this is the full length of a pencil. After the first time I've removed this much in length, and then the next time round it's like here, it's so short, it's like impossible to use after 2 sharpens, and it still crumbles. And so I had to take it back to the counter, insert a video of how it looks like, so just in case it happens. But apparently there's something wrong with the wood that is like compressed weirdly, so just bear in mind as well, if you're buying this product, there might be a bad batch somewhere. So yeah, I thought I'll just let you know. In terms of kind of the finish, it does give a more of a fluffy brow finish, as a hybrid between a brow pencil and a brow powder. So I did find it works well in that sense, that it does have these like fibers that is added to your brows as you are kind of drawing on like a pencil would. So it's very easy in that sense that you don't have to, you know, easy to control where you're applying. However, because I couldn't sharpen it to a pointy nib to draw my eyebrows, it just gets really messy, and I just couldn't get on with it. And it does get a bit, because it's so crumbly, it doesn't look very even after I used it initially when it's like pre-sharpened. I just didn't really get on with it, and I'm glad that I'm able to exchange it. So yeah, it's I wish I could give it more goes, but you know, consider how fast I burned through the whole pencil within 2-3 weeks. It's just not worth the hassle. So I just went back and with my trusted Precisely my brow pencil, so I'm going back to this is coming back to my rotation, and I've used a slightly different color in the shade 5, and I've been using 4.5 before, because I've noticed, I think my hair must have gone a bit healthier, because my hair color tends to change a lot depending on how, like, my diet depends on you know, a lot of different things. I definitely noticed my hair has been like a lot more shiny and kind of black, so I like to normally match my eyebrows with it. I don't know, I feel like I need to sorry, it's bothering me that I feel like my eyebrows not even today, so I'm just gonna give it a little bit of, I think it's the shadow of this lighting instead of the eyebrows itself, but I thought I'd just even it out so that you can see. But yeah, it's got such a fine tip. I just really enjoy using this, and this always gives me a nice finish. It kind of mimics the stroke of the each individual hair, so I just thought it's easier to get this again, and I might try something else in the future. And if you have any good recommendations for different brow products, please let me know in the comments as well. I would like to know and try them myself. And then next is let's talk about blusher. So again, this is from the time when I visited the beauty counter. I was served by a really lovely lady called Sasha in my local counter. So thank you, Sasha, for introducing me to all these different products. So the one that I've got this time is a Benefit Crystal blush, and I feel like I've completely fallen in love with Benefit things again. I feel like there was this sort of like cycle in fashion, but I feel like it's the same with beauty products, where things do kind of become like, comes back a full cycle every 10 years or so. So I remember, yeah, around kind of a long time ago, there was a time when I was really into Benefits, like crazy into it, to a point where every day I'll just be on their website kind of browsing and refreshing and seeing whether there is a new product. I am that obsessed because I don't know, I just love it. Like the product, the packaging, like the whole aesthetics, I love. And I remember the only blush ever that I've used and complete from start to finish is the Benefit blush in the coral shade. I just love that. It was amazing, and I'm so sad that it got discontinued. But when I tried the new blush range, I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm just so happy that there are new things for me to try out as well. And this is probably not going to be my last blush that I'll buy from Benefit, because I'm just so impressed with the formula again. Like when I used it, this is what I'm wearing today. So it's a watermelon pink, and it really gives a lovely flush that looks like your natural blushing colour, and that's what I really like about it. It lasts really long as well. It's not just the colour, but the formula. Oh, I just forgot how lovely Benefit's formulas are. It's one of the few blush brands that, you know, looks exactly the same when you put it on as when you take it off at the end of the day. So yeah, I've been really impressed, and this is the one that I've been using this month since I got it, almost every single day. So yeah, I'll definitely recommend if you haven't tried it out or tried the new blushes yet. I think it's been released sometime in 2022. Check it out, because there's always a colour for you, and there's at least I think 2 different colours that I might go back and look at again. Next, I'll be talking about the lipsticks. So that's something that I've been really into suddenly. Historically I've just been wearing very simple neutral nudie pink lipstick, and I'm just kind of getting to a point where I just want to try something different. So I've got 3 different ones. So one of them is from Suku Treatment Wrapping Lip in 101. So this is one of their limited edition. I think this might be the only limited edition color that they have, and this is like a whole new range from January, and this has to go with this unusual color because it's like one of the most transparent color that they have. So it kind of, I'll show you, this is the one that I can't stop wearing non-stop as well this month. So you can see it looks purple on the tube, but when you're putting it on your hands, it has got like a pink like tint to it, but it's very transparent and very glossy, and looks very thin as well. Now I'm not usually a gloss wearer at all. Like I really dislike the feeling of sticky gloss that's thick, that just kind of, when you move your lips like this, they just kind of sticks together, or like, you know, because I always have hair near my face that it would like stick to it. But this one doesn't do that. It gives the most beautiful gloss. I'm not wearing anything at the moment apart from a little bit of lip balm, but you can see it gives a lovely glossy effect, and it slightly changes the lip color a bit as well. Not very obviously, but you can definitely see that there is more of a purple tint compared to without. Is the one that I've been loving and wearing this month a lot. And then I've also bought 2 other lipsticks as well. So this is the a YSL one, which is one of the more recent release from them, which is the YSL Rouge Pro Couture the Bold Lipstick in the shade 11. So this is kind of the color. It is a lot redder than my usual choices because I've been telling you that I am into kind of very different shades than my usual choice. So this is, I've tried to put it on my hands to swatch earlier just to see whether it does have a stain, as I suspect they did. So this is the tint that is left behind when I wipe it gently. So you can see there's a stain left behind, and when it is swatch it looks like this. So it's got like a bit of a reddy but a slightly purpley blue tone red. Let me see if I can remove my lipstick for you. So I'm just doing half of it so you can see. This is like bare lips and this is with lipstick. Let me try and do it very lightly here. This is how it looks like. So it's very easy to create a gradient finish as well, actually. It's very pretty. And this is when it's applied in a very strong swipe. Yeah, I really like it, and yeah, I definitely feel that I'm going to be wearing more brighter lipsticks lately, and just go for like bolder makeup in general. I feel like that might be like a general consensus with kind of like the times we're in as well at the moment, where everyone just kind of feel like they want to express themselves a bit more and just do whatever you want in terms of expressing yourself through makeup and not worrying about what people think. So I definitely think it's a good thing. So I guess that's why I want to do this channel, is that I have the chance of, you know, recording all the different arts that I make or different makeup looks that I create, you know, as part of, you know, I see that as art and it's something that's very therapeutic for me. So I just want to be able to record it as well as sharing it with you guys. So yeah, I completely gone off a tangent here. So I'll just reapply a bit of the concealer using the Dior one. For you are, you know, I'll just kind of smudge a little bit. So I'm just gonna use one of these touch-up brush. So you can see, I do quite like it. It is very effective and so quick at concealing. I think that's definitely a plus for it. You know, especially on the days when I'm like in a rush and I just want to use one product and be done and it be reliable. I find it does the job very well for that. So just can't stop trying things on, you know, even though I wasn't planning to. So but yeah, let me know if you prefer you know, just talking video, or do you like me trying things on for you, or you like to have a more specific topic ones, because I've heard that, you know, nowadays people have very short attention span and they like to kind of just see like one single part at a time. Yeah, so I can know what to do next, because I've been very puzzled lately, like what should I do, because, you know, to me, because I find doing a makeup look, it is completion of everything, and everything needs to kind of coordinate and go together. So, you know, it's kind of easier for me to kind of talk through the logic of why I do things a certain way, because a look comes together, rather than doing like one like different shape of, say, like lips, or different shape of eyelines and stuff like that. I mean, I see the appeal of those as well, but in terms of creating a whole makeup look and how you look overall, that's what I find to be easy to say, you know, why some things are done in a certain way and what vibe it gives, because it's not as easy to say and bring the whole picture and like let people recreate the same look. But yeah, I think I do watch both sort of videos as well myself. I just kind of, yeah, be good to see what you think as well. And it's just what I kind of enjoy making, and because I like putting on from start to finish, it's just easier for me. But if you prefer shorter videos, let me know. Or you prefer longer, more chatty videos, let me know too. Still kind of trying different things as well. So yeah, any ideas are welcome, so please let me know. And then I've I've got this other final lipstick that I want to talk about as well. So this is again a brand new launch from Hourglass. You can see this is the Unlocked lipstick from Hourglass. You can see there's a little rabbit here, so yeah, it's great, it's cool. And this also kind of matches with the new Lunar New Year as well, which is in the year rabbit. And this is it's got amazing closure. It's magnetic. The only thing I noticed is that it only works in one direction and it doesn't work in the others, so it wouldn't go inside if it's the wrong side. So you do have to kind of watch and make sure that they are in the parallel kind of like slant for it to go in. So this is in the shade Dahlia. I heard this is one of the popular shade, and it's got this great square cut, which is quite similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick, which I really like the shape because it's really good at making sure that you'll get the like the angle right on your lips. So I've removed this already, so I can just try it on for you, so you can like get onto like the angles right. Compared to the YSL lipstick, this one is more on the pink side. Let's swatch it for you over here. It's very, very creamy. This is the stain left behind is next to it, but you can hardly see it, so it's not as much of a stained lipstick. But you can see that's much lighter. And this formula is so creamy and so moisturizing. It feels really good. Even on the days when my lips are very dry, I feel like I can just wear it without any problems, which is not something I can say for a lot of the things that I have, or you know, with the condition of my lips that I have recently. So yeah, my lips just been very dry and very flaky. It's like constantly got flakes at the moment, but this is the one that feels the most comfortable. So I definitely recommend this formula. And there was a few colors that I looked at as well that I was kind of deciding upon. So yeah, and when I really like a lipstick, I tend to get more than one shade of the same formula. So I can totally see myself doing this eventually, getting a few more shades of this lipstick formula. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. And yeah, I really like this color as well. I think I like all the colors differently for different things. I think for everyday, I definitely prefer this kind of purpley pink gloss, just because it's more light, but it gives like a subtle hint. If I'm going out for a date or a special occasion, or there's an event or party, then I like to go for this reddish YSL one. And if I want to kind of look very plump and to make my lip condition looks really good, whether it's day or night, yeah, this is a good option, the Hourglass one. So and then I think that's all the makeup parts of this video. And there are a few things that are kind of skincare or hair care. This is a sunscreen from Suku, which is the multi skin protector in SPF 50. So this is something that I've purchased many times. So I have been missing this for so long, because every time I always try to get it when there's a sale, because I just go through them a lot and I just always want to have one near me, even it's in the depths of winter. But every time when there's a sale going on, this is one of the things that is always sold out, so I'm never able to buy them, or you know, it just hasn't happened. And every time I'm just thinking, oh, I wish I have this like next to me, because there's so many different sunscreen that I used and it just never worked for me. I'll break out, or I'll have irritation, or something's always happened. But this is a very trusted ally for my skin, and always protects it. You know, it doesn't get tan, it kind of keeps my skin great. And if I'm lazy that day and didn't want to put any face cream, it is moisturizing enough that I can use this alone, and it looks beautiful underneath makeup as well. So yeah, I'm very glad that I finally get to purchase it. And this time I actually bought two as well, because they are doing an offer at Suku where if you buy a certain amount, then you get like a little travel set, so I decided to buy 2. It's definitely worth going into the Suku counter and Selfridges if you're living in the UK, because they're always doing some offers one way or the other. And yeah, it's nice. If you're paying them for the money, then you might as well go in and experience how it looks and try before you buy. So yeah, if you're looking out for a new sunscreen or wanting to know what works best and you know is most risk prone, I'd say, then this is definitely very high on my list. Actually, this is the one that I recommend to everyone if the budget allows. So yeah, I hope this is a useful recommendation. And then the final thing I have is, as I mentioned earlier, that I've been thinking about, you know, and other things apart from my face in terms of skincare a lot. So I do have a scalp solution here, which is an exfoliating scalp treatment from Aveda. I've been eyeing this up since it very first launched online, and I have a really weird thing with shampoo and conditioner where I think it's subconscious, but everything I have is in this sort of kind of bluey green color, or that it's yellow. I don't know why, it just happens. But yeah, it is a sub solution, which is what I've been looking for as well, so this is perfect. I had a really good experience in the Aveda counter in Selfridges because they had a launch event then, because it just came out, and they did a full kind of experience to like look at my scalp for me to see what sort of scalp I have, and therefore give me the best recommendation for what I need for my scalp. And they said that basically my scalp is very dry, and yeah, so this kind of, and it has a lot of kind of like dryness and flakiness, I guess, a little bit. And there's like, you can totally tell like that is not dandruff because it's a different color, and I always know that it's like dryness on my skin, so I just want to get rid of it. And this product, they mentioned they have chemical exfoliant, so it's like acids, like similar to what you use on your face. I think it's salicylic acid in it, yeah, so basically BHAs. So it would kind of gently exfoliate your hair without having any of the gritty stuff. I used to use the what's it called, the Christopher Robin's salt, where they kind of like it's like a coarse salt scrub for your scalp. While when you're using it, it feels good, but I feel like it does dry my scalp too much, and it eventually cause it to be overly dry. So yeah, just like I guess it, you know, different products work differently for different people, and I just worry about product build out, and therefore I use it. But because my scalp is naturally dry, I guess it just kind of makes it even drier, and so it kind of didn't quite work for me, even though I really enjoyed it while I was using the tub itself. But I just thought it's time to try something else, and yeah, I just went with this, and so far so good. So I've used it, and I feel like when I've washed it, it feels very gentle on the skin. It didn't tingle or anything, even though it's got exfoliant ingredient in it. And after I used it, it feels really fresh. I feel like there was definitely like less texture on my scalp as well. So yeah, I've been kind of enjoying this, and I look forward to using it more often. And you only need to use once a week, I think, so yeah, it should last forever. And that's everything for me today. I just thought I'll come in quickly to share with you, but somehow end up having a 15-minute video. Always the case, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed this video of me kind of just talking you through things. I'm just trying different things at the moment, so yeah, I thought I would do like a more of a kind of chit chat video, and I hope you like this format. If you want me to do any other particular themes, please let me know as well. And yeah, I look forward to like knowing you more and letting you know a bit more about myself as well. So any ideas welcome, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching my video. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.